This is the tarot readings, all signs of the Zodiac for Friday and the weekend. So it's quite quiet here today. There are some builders, there's some guys walking around. You might see them shooting around the back of the window there. Oh dear, it's just part of my life. It's been part of my life for about 3 months now. But they were banging a bit this morning, and then it kind of settled down. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I was sorry about the last weekend Zodiac lot. I think it was the weekend ones. It was so much noise in the background. I thought, I'm not doing that again, because it you know, it's ridiculous trying to do tarot readings when you can connect with spirit, when you can there's always banging and drilling going on. But you know, it was, I did really feel like it is a symbol of everything we're doing as a soul family on our sort of personal development. You know, well, it's not our personal development, obviously it's self-realization, but you know, I think we're all digging deep at the moment in this soul family, you know, and it's bloody hard work, but I do think we are starting to get somewhere as a soul family. I really do. And you know, I do want to do a video really on the ego and a few things like that, because I haven't done it for ages. So you know, but I'm trying to just drip it into the tarot readings, you know, because like obviously, if you know, this is a small channel, and I know the people that do watch it regularly, it's probably because you do quite like that approach, you know. That's what we do as a soul family, you know, we're trying to awaken to our true self and get rid of everything that's not really us, you know, the karma, the ego, the pain body. You know, we want to release all that and be the true spirit that we are. And I think we're doing very well at the moment. And we did have an eclipse, actually, funnily enough, last weekend, the weekend just gone. So, you know, when I was recording that video, we were building up to an eclipse. I'm drinking tea this morning, but I've put it in one of these cups so that hopefully it stays warm. Now, something that I am excited to share with you, excuse my dressing gown, but I'll probably take it off in a minute actually, but I just thought, oh, sod it. You've all known me long enough to, I can't be bothered to sit here in the cold. And this is new actually, by the way, it's a little treat. I know I showed you my slippers the other day. I'm wearing them again. Oh, no, I'm wearing different slippers actually. Oh dear, I should probably show you, shouldn't I? Should I show you what slippers I've got on? Oh. How cute are they? How cute are these little slippers? I'm just into fluffy stuff at the moment. I just love fluff. I just find it so comforting. Anything fairy or fluffy. And funnily enough, I bought a new tarot deck, and it was for a young lady in our soul family who I work with every week. And she asked me if I had an oracle card deck with wolves on it, because she likes to choose different, she's 18, but she likes to choose different oracle decks each time we do readings, and I've got loads. And I said, you know what, I don't have wolves. Well, I bought one. That is, you can buy that off eBay. Just search wolf pack oracle deck. It'll come up on eBay. Well, UK eBay. I don't know if they do it in America, but somebody's just handmade it. You can see the way the box is. It's just handmade and put together like my deck, which I should have. I keep forgetting to tell you all about my deck. I just think all of this building work, and you know, obviously I've had problems with my daughter. She's been finding school really difficult, and then she got diagnosed autistic in the summer. So I've had all that going on as well. So, I mean, we've all got stuff going on. That's the thing. We've all got stuff, so much going on. And that's why we are doing so well as a soul family, you know. And anyway, so I should show my deck, but I've got out the habit of it. I'm going to get back into showing my deck in case you want to buy it. But I just thought I'd share this one with you because I'm going to use this today for the first time. And so we'll see what our spirit guides are telling us for the weekend using this lovely deck with these lovely wolves on it. And it's absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so we'll be using that one. We'll be using one of my favourite decks, this one, for relationships. I've got 4 decks that I use for relationships, and I always circulate the same decks. The Spirit Guide Message Oracle decks I've got more of, but when it comes to relationship messages, I've only got 4 decks I use at the moment. So, and then I use the Blunt Truth deck, which most of you know quite well because I've been using this one for ages. That's for the message from our person, what our person's thinking about. So we'll go into the readings for Friday and the weekends. That was quite a long introduction, but I just felt like, I don't know, I honestly feel like I need to just do a sort of spiritual video, like a little catch-up video, because I feel like I haven't caught up with you all properly in a while. And just updated you on stuff that Spirit's been, you know, teaching me. Because that's what I basically share when I do my little shadow work videos, or whatever, consciousness videos as I was calling them. I just share the recent stuff Spirit's been teaching me. And Spirit's teaching all of us all the time anyway, but it's nice to share, isn't it? So yeah, I'm sending you lots of love across Gaia wherever you are, and thanks for giving the video a thumbs up and also subscribing, because it does help this little channel which remains quite small at the moment. It's quite funny, it sort of built up to 3,000 quite quickly and then it's just stayed at 3,000, but I don't mind. I really don't mind, because the most important thing is that the people that are in the soul family, those of you that have subscribed and stay subscribed, you know, it doesn't matter if we're a small channel, it's soul family. It's the most important thing. I'm not bothered about picking up loads and loads of numbers of people that are just going to haphazardly watch, you know. Like, I'd rather like actually have people that really resonate and are part of the soul family. And it's lovely when you leave me comments as well, because they do, you know, they cheer me up if I'm having a day where I'm purging. And, you know, there's videos I could do on us as a soul family as well, because then it does help you to think of that, because then you realise you're not alone. You know, we're all kind of going through purging. We're all learning about our ego and learning about our true spirit, our true nature. So we're all going through it together, you know. So let's go into Taurus then, after all that chatting. I need to get on and do it, don't I, before the builders start back up. Because that's probably what will happen. Oh, cheeky devils. Right, okay, Taurus then. Let's go into Taurus. What? Now, hang on a minute. That must be an old sheet. Sorry, I got an old sheet there. Because I went through all the tarot meanings of the different zodiac signs, and I know some people might not like that, because some of the zodiac signs haven't got what you might typically call the nicest tarot cards. But I'm, you know, all about truth, and if that is a tarot card for your zodiac sign, that is telling you something very important about your energy, you know. So Taurus Hierophant card, you are. So higher consciousness, it's all about higher consciousness for you, Taurus, and seeing things from the higher mind. Let's go into your reading then for Friday and the weekend. Embrace what destiny has in store for you. There you go. So Spirit is just letting you know that you're not in control. It's confirmation, you know, it is confirmation that Spirit's basically taking you on a bit of a magical mystery tour at the moment. And it might be causing you a lot of strain, stress. Could be very annoying at the moment, not knowing the answers, but what are they teaching you? Spirit is teaching you your spiritual mastery. To stay in the higher vibration, to stay as the Hierophant in the tarot, stay in the higher consciousness mind, or the higher consciousness energy, yeah? And embrace the fact that you don't have control and you don't have all the answers right now. Can you do that? It's hard work, but you can do it. You're Taurus. Now you've got the Queen of Wands. This shows that you've recently got in a much better alignment with yourself. You've realised a lot of things in terms of like your priorities, your passions, you know, and you've become a lot more in alignment. So you're not sort of suppressing or so much in denial as you used to be. That's good. You've got here the Six of Pentacles. So the next few days, you're going to find a lot more balance. So that's great news, because if you're finding more balance within yourself, you will be giving out that type of frequency. So you're more likely to receive when you're in a balanced energy, you know. When we go into unbalanced energy, that's ego, and ego equals lack, doesn't it? So Taurus, you're doing great the next few days. You could receive something over the weekend and also find that your energy is more balanced. So you'll be feeling better perhaps than you did last weekend. Now, energy of people around you have got strength and the Seven of Wands. This is fantastic. So people around you, or someone in particular, is starting to get a lot stronger. They're starting to really pick up, you know. You could be seeing somebody that got manipulated in the past, and that's no longer going to be the case. This person's finally connecting to themselves better, connecting to spirit better. If it's not about a person and you just want to know about the group energy, because perhaps you don't relate to that message, the energy around you generally, Taurus, should be getting better. It should be that you will be brought people by spirit, if that makes sense. People, situations orchestrated by spirit. That does tie in with the first card, doesn't it? Because the first card is about spirit saying, look, you know, you might not like what's going on at the moment in your life, but it is your destiny at this current point, and we know what's best for you, and we want you to embrace this with courage in your heart. You know, we just got to be courageous as a soul family. You know, I've got Taurus in my chart as well, and we've got to be courageous at this time to embrace what spirit is bringing as our destiny. Even though we don't have all the answers, we're becoming more balanced, okay? And the energy around you is improving. You'll find that there's people and situations that are brought to you by spirit, and you know, people who are more assertive in a positive way. Yeah, so where you might have had people who were very attacking or people who were very weak around you, it just looks like you're going to be surrounded more by people who are working through their stuff, people who are more aware and conscious of their own difficulties and are trying their best. You know, you've got a more conscious energy of people coming around you, so that's good, because all the people around us are a reflection of our own energy, aren't they? So, you know, I think the people around you at this given time, or the next few days, how it's going at the moment, they don't have all the answers. But I would say to you, you haven't got completely toxic people around you, okay? So that's good. You've got people that are trying to make progress in their life. You know, they're not going to be perfect all the time, but that you have got people around you that are trying to make progress here. That's what's manifesting. Yeah. Look, I regret the choices I have made. So there must be someone around you that's realising the mistakes they've made, perhaps where they weren't very conscious at times, and now they're realising, they're sort of starting to make some improvements, like I said. So that's really good, isn't it? Let's have a look what your spirit guides are supporting you with, using this lovely wolf deck for the first time. Okay, builder's walking around there, so just try to ignore it. Healing friends. A sweet friendship refreshes the soul. How lovely. And that could be a friend who's an animal. It could be a spirit guide who's a friend, or it could even be a real person on this Gaia, in this matrix. So spirit is bringing you a healing friend. It does say that you're receiving, you know, you could be receiving advice, you could be receiving money, you could be receiving all sorts of things, you know, and it's because you're coming into a better balance. Yeah, so you're receiving more. So they're saying to embrace this current time, Taurus, even if it's a bit confusing at times and a bit annoying or upsetting, because good things are coming. And the energy of people around you may not be perfect, but there are people that are sorry for the way they've treated you. And there's also people who are trying to make improvements in their lives, and they're not completely toxic people. Okay, so hang in there with certain people around you, and maybe you might be pleasantly surprised the next few days. Okay, let's go into Virgo next. I feel like I'm going slowly today again. Honestly, that is the story of my life, because I'm just a slow person. I've never been quick at anything my whole life, ever since I was a child. Okay, Virgo, Hermit. Okay, so again, you're all about higher consciousness and mainly observing. Like when you're in observer mode, it will help you to be more conscious and heighten your vibration. Challenges, all true soul connections involve challenges that can be overcome together. So you're overcoming something at this time, which is fantastic, and you're overcoming it together after a very difficult time. This is like a breakthrough, or just a pat on the back from spirit. Well done. Well done, because you're overcoming something within yourself, or if you're in a relationship, you're overcoming something with somebody else. You're both overcoming a difficult time. Yeah, I mean, you've got the Queen of Cups, which shows that you have been tuning into yourself better. You have been watching, observing more, trying not to be so reactive, you know, and you've been trying to just open up to your feelings and just be more patient with your feelings, you know, and sort of just observe and maybe even have patience with others, you know. And all of this hard work that you've been doing, Virgo, the last, I don't know, it could be through the last couple of months, is paying off now. Look at that, Wheel of Fortune. There's like a breakthrough at the moment, or something really good happening the next few days. And it's moving into a more fortunate period of time for you. Your person's got the Star. Now, it's funny because they've got the Four of Wands reversed. You know, this person is very much in alignment. They're very much your wishes fulfilled. But it could be that they're a bit unusual. And you might laugh when I say that. But, you know, it could be that they're a bit unusual in the way they commit to you. The commitment might be different, or the style of relationship you've got might be slightly different to what you would have expected. But it looks like it's good, you know. There is commitment there. But the relationship may be slightly unusual or different. If you are not thinking about a relationship and you just want to know about the energies generally around you, things are lining up very nicely, but in an unusual way. So take that how that resonates, and you'll probably know exactly what I mean, because we are a bit unusual in this soul family. So something is your wishes fulfilled, but it's unusual. Or your life, or your home. Something is manifesting in an unusual way, but in a very good way, okay? And somebody's saying here, we are on hold, but I am coming back for you. So you might groan when you hear that. You might think, oh God, no thanks. But you know, on the other hand, you might be like, yeah, I know that's going to happen. So, you know, me and someone else are going to come back together. And you could be on hold for any number of reasons with that situation. You know, it could be a situation, it could be a person, it could be a family member, a friend. Something's been on hold, but it is going to return, okay? It could be a situation that's been a bit stuck, but it's going to come in for you at the divine time, and that probably not too far away either. Your spirit guides are supporting you with wolf reflection. Be kind. Sorry, my throat. Be kind, be grateful, and start with yourself. Okay? How lovely. So you are overcoming challenges, because I said that in the first card. I always say the relationship card starts off with ourselves. Yeah, every time we do the relationship card. This is the relationship card today. You know, you're overcoming challenges within yourself and the connection to yourself. And your spirit guides are helping you to be kind, be grateful, and start with yourself. So it's all happening. And what did I say with the Queen of Cups? That was significant because it's about you being an open vessel to yourself. And also being more observant of what's going on around you, observing it, not being so reactive, just holding space, because then you're holding space for yourself and you allow spirit to actually take control. And that's what's happening. The next few days, things start to improve for you, Virgo. The more you are kind to yourself and be grateful, yeah, take on the challenges courageously in a high vibration as much as you can, Wheel of Fortune is turning. Good things are going to start happening for you. And like I said, these good things that are happening for you, Virgo, are a bit unusual, but are going to work out better than you may have ever thought. So there we go. It's exciting, isn't it? Right, let me take my dressing gown off now. the big reveal. In fact, as soon as I take it off, I feel too cold, but I'm feeling too hot with it on. You can't win, can you? Right, it's nice and fluffy though. Let's have a bit of my tea. I was gutted that I broke my Barbie mug. I really was. Horrible. Just threw it on the floor, I did, like a nutter last week. And that's just bizarre when I do things like that. I don't know why I do it. Accidentally. Right, so Capricorn. Liberation, freedom, non-attachment. And then you're in your divine flow. Let's see what we get. So you are progressing massively at the moment. There's been massive progress for you recently. You've got the Chariot card. You've been going through spiritual initiations. That is confirmation. And you know, Spirit is very happy with how you're handling it, with the fact that you are liberating yourself. You are progressing and moving forward. Okay, you're embracing this. And not only that, you're taking your power back. And you're realising that you may have been fighting for something and it was like, God, you know, I could fight and fight for this all day long, but you know, what am I really going to get at the end of it? Do you see what I mean? So, you know, that's the thing now, that it's all about you, which is good, because, you know, you've got to do what you've got to do, really. And, you know, why should you pull yourself out of alignment for other people? You know, unless it's your truth at the time. I mean, we shouldn't really pull ourselves out of alignment, but if it's causing us to purge, it may be for a reason, that it's helping us to release something. So sometimes we can feel out of alignment because of something going on in our life or because of someone, and we just have to kind of bear it, you know, endure it for periods of time, because it's serving the purpose of making us purge. And then karmically, we just get released. And it does feel like you've just been released. You've been released from, I don't know what it was, but it feels like not being free, or it feels like something that was an attachment or a stuck energy. And this is like, yeah, this is your time now, finally, to be liberated, to feel more liberated and feel more free. And sort of be more in your power now, you know, it's like someone's starting to hear you or something like that. That's what it feels like. The energy of those around you, there is a mixed energy, all right? So there's long-term people in your life, could be family, friends, or a lover, but there's also a lot of worry and anxiety, all right? So it's kind of unnecessary anxiety and worry, really, because the long-term prognosis looks good with that Ten of Pentacles, yeah? My head isn't clear enough to make a decision, so take that how it resonates. That could be anyone. It could even be you, really, thinking that, all right? So there's a lot going on, and that's probably why you have got to take your power back at this time. Oh, we didn't do, let's do our relationship. Did we do a relationship card? All true soul connections involve challenges that can overcome together. I don't think we did the relationship card. That's funny. How funny. Why is that? Because the first thing I said was freedom. And then you had the Chariot, which is free, like, ooh, 1111. An important number for twin flames. It symbolises the harmony and balance of soul counterparts. So harmony and balance. Something is harmonising. Something is finally coming to balance. The Chariot card is about balance, managing opposing forces in your life, taking power back. There is a lot of stress around a situation that actually looks very good, promising and long term. Harmony, things coming into balance finally. Something, it feels like something is resolving, but you might not be yet seeing the full manifestation of it, but it is resolving. That's what it looks like to me. Angel wolf, miracles are coming your way. So there you go. Spirit is basically saying there is a work in progress here in your life right now. And you haven't seen the full outcome of it yet. And that's why there's a lot of worry about it, a lot of stress. It's hard to think clearly. There's been a lot of recent activity. You know, there might be quite a bit of coldness, either on your part or someone else's. But hang in there, really, because it just looks like some sort of miracles coming your way, and especially with the 1111 card. Yeah, so that's really quite amazing. Things turning around for Capricorn suddenly, I feel. Okay, so we're going to Aquarius. So all about your alignment, not anyone else's, your alignment. What feels good? What feels right? What feels to be your authentic truth right now? You know, the star, that's what you are. Notice everything remarkable about your relationships. Okay, so feeling more grateful, feeling more conscious and aware of the beautiful things that Spirit is bringing into your life. That you're getting such a better relationship with yourself, and also seeing other relationships around you forming, improving, surprisingly, like surprising things happening in relationships, and surprisingly feeling more connected to yourself, I feel. Yeah, you've had to really be quite cold and hard. You might have had to cut someone out, or you might have felt very bitter, and you may have felt like it was hard to connect on a heart level with somebody. You know, you were hurt, you were in pain, you know, you were betrayed, you were grieving, yeah, and that took its toll, you know, and you had to shut down. And now you've got the moon, which is like Spirit saying you're in a period of your life where things are a bit mysterious right now, and you haven't got the answers you want, you know, but stay still, stay calm, because the answers will get revealed, you know, and most likely the next 4 weeks is going to be key. The next lunar cycle is going to be key in terms of you getting information revealed. And so if you stay not triggered, even though you may want to trigger, you may really want to trigger, but this is taking you more deeply into your trust with Spirit and the divine and your destiny. And it is remarkable, something surprising happening, something, you know, surprising happening, or information coming out that is surprising. It's on the way, you know, and the energy of people around you is a bit, well, it could be a bit risky, that there's been some risky energy around you, somebody who's taking risks with the Four of Pentacles reversed. Four of Pentacles is usually a very careful card, too careful, really. In reverse, it's sort of a bit of a risky, somebody takes risks. And why? They've got karma, okay, karma card. This person's got karmic patterns of taking risks, you know, and not being very stable, you know, and they may have been paying off karmic debts. So the best thing is not to trigger over this person at this time. It might be hard to understand exactly what I'm saying, but I think you can probably gather it, that you're observing somebody here and you could get really triggered by it and really wound up, but I don't think you will, because Spirit is giving you strength at this time. But you could observe something with somebody whereby you get triggered because it's like, oh my God, why does this person keep doing this? Why do they keep taking these silly risks? Or why do they keep repeating the same pattern? But or why are they in such a horrible situation and you feel so sorry for them? But it's all part of them paying their karma back. I know that you are the one I want to spend my life with. Wow. So there is a bond between you and that person, all right? I would say, most likely. If you don't resonate with that, then maybe it's somebody else that you know who it is. But I would say there is somebody that knows they're meant for you, but there has been karma in the way. And that's why Spirit is urging you to stay silent and calm and patient. And there's going to be some remarkable things happening in your life, within yourself as well, even. Happy endings come after a story full of ups and downs. Isn't that amazing? Happy wolf. That is amazing, isn't it? Happy endings come after a story full of ups and downs. So it's really telling you to just wait. Don't give up on something that has been really worrying you and upsetting you and making you feel things aren't fair. But there's going to be a good outcome here, you know? That's lovely. Right, and I've got Aquarius in my chart, so I'll take that one. I take all of them anyway. Right, we're going to Gemini. I can hear builders moving around again. Oh, I don't know. I can hear them talking. They've actually been really quiet this morning. They've just been mooching around. We're 3 levels up here, and they've been mooching around on the scaffolding. It's like living on a spaceship. Living here at the moment, like the last 3 months, it's like living in a spaceship. I don't know why I say a spaceship, but it just, because it's just so odd, you know, having just strangers just walking around you when you're 3 floors up. Okay. Gemini. So, which road do you take? Yin Yang. Ooh, that's interesting. Gemini is all about which road you take, okay? And you've got the yin yang, which is the feminine and the masculine. The twin flame contains an aspect of each other's character within themselves. You know, that is true with your twin flame. Your twin flame will be like you, but like, I don't know, it's weird. In one way, they're the opposite of you. In another way, they're not. I don't know. I had my twin flame and it was the weirdest experience. It was really like looking at the male version of myself. It was really weird. But anyway, this is also about feminine and masculine energy. And it's also about, you know, like I said, Gemini, your energy is the Lover's card in the tarot. So that's all about which road do you take. Do you take the yin? Do you take the yang? Do you take the masculine approach? Do you take the feminine approach? The answer, of course, is to transcend both, because consciousness is neither masculine nor feminine. So that's why it's best not to chase or run from your twin flame, because it's not down to you or your twin flame to decide. It is all down to God to decide what happens with everything. So transcendence is always the answer to every conflict. So there you go, Gemini. You know, you have got a lot of mind activity here. You've been taking time out the last few days and probably the next few days, just to sort of like really sort of reflect on something. And that is good because it does usually lead to wise action if we create space, because space opens the portal for spirit to enter, doesn't it? So you've been creating space for that to happen so that wise actions result. But the trouble is that it's obviously challenging at the moment for your mind. I feel like the ego is struggling to deal with this space that you're trying to create. You know, you're trying not to make any definite decisions one way or the other. You're just trying to kind of like be patient and see what unfolds. And the ego, meanwhile, is going batshit crazy because, you know, the ego always wants to speed everything up and get answers. You know, so you might find that might be quite hard to manage, and you might notice that you're exploring lots of different options and feeling like a sense of urgency to try different things, or get attention even, okay? But I would say stick with the space, and I think spirit will create space anyway, because spirit obviously realizes there's something on your mind, so spirit will create space. There's somebody around you that gets conflicted, okay, or there's some sort of sense of competition. There could be conflict. So let's say in terms of a person in your life, they could get quite conflicted at times about their own issues, and they're actually going to be finding a lot more better alignment with the Queen of Wands energy. They're going to actually find more of themselves the next few days and feel a lot more focused on their path. So that's going to be really great for you to see. You know, it's almost like this person's a mirror to you. You've both had a lot of conflict. You've both had a lot of mind activity over something. But yeah, you'll be seeing your person a bit more focused and really like getting more into their mastery. But also if it's a group energy, it's very possible that, you know, you've got somebody here that has been in conflict with you and actually could end up offering you something, okay? Also, there's an attractive person here. There could be somebody here that you're attracted to, or they're attracted to you as well. Let's have a look at what your person's thinking. I feel so much love for you. So there's a lot of love that you've got for yourself, first and foremost, which is why you've been creating space, which is good, you know, because with Gemini, the tendency is to get very torn in two about everything, because you are the twins and it's always about which road do you take, you know. And so there's always this feeling for Geminis, you're creating more love for yourself by saying, I'm not going to rush myself. So that's love for yourself, but equally here there's somebody that does really care about you, you know, and it's somebody that's gone through a recent conflict, okay, a lot of fighting or something, or a lot of inner conflict, okay, but they are drawn to you, they care about you. All right, let's have a look at what your spirit guides are helping you with. Oh, miracles are coming your way. Angel wolf. How lovely. Miracles are coming your way. What you least expect. What you least expect to happen, or what you least expected. Something you never thought would happen ends up happening. Okay. Oh, so a very interesting few days for you, which could culminate in you being offered something, or well, yeah, offered something, a miracle, or, but the most important thing is not getting too drawn into like conflict within yourself, like, do I do this, do I do that? Because I feel spirit is going to be bringing you miracles anyway, regardless. So they don't want you to waste too much energy getting torn over something. Okay, so we're going to Libra. 40 minutes now. Oh, I should do it in 2 separate videos, really, I think. I don't know how other tarot readers do it. I get quite tired sort of halfway through. Rejoice. Embrace your loving connection and rejoice. And soul. Your soul is preparing to reconnect. Trust the process. So this is for Libra. Your soul is preparing to reconnect. Trust the process. So you're going through a very pivotal part of your soul journey right now. Your awakening journey. And you know, I've got a lot of Libra in my chart. And I know it is a very pivotal time. Okay, so your level of consciousness is going up at this time, which is going to mean that at times you are going to feel very conflicted about things or changeable. You might notice you just completely keep changing your mind about things. It's bound to happen because energetically you're currently going through one of your biggest shifts yet. And it does say here, embrace your loving connection and rejoice. I feel like there's so much happiness coming to you right now, Libra, because of the fact you're making this soul connection where you may have felt so disconnected from yourself. I know I did. And I was far too connected to other people and not connected to myself. This is now a pivotal stage for us in terms of reconnecting to ourselves. And to actually talk about it is one thing, but to actually start to feel it is something completely else. And it's so joyous. It's so wonderful. You know, so let's see what else we're getting for Libra then. Wow, I mean, Spirit is just confirming it's an amazing opportunity for you right now. Ace of Wands, that is an opportunity brought by Spirit that you can action. And I think you're ready. You are so ready to do this. Mastery, King of Swords. Mastery of judgment and clarity and observation. The mastery of intellect. The ability to see this opportunity, to finally understand yourself, observe what's going on around you, but also observe yourself and be in a more of your mastery. You know, you're not a pawn anymore. You're not a pawn or a minion in the play. You know, you're not a pawn in the play anymore or a minion in the film anymore. You are, you know, the King of Swords now, right? You are so relieved. Breakthroughs. Not just breakthroughs, but a breakthrough in how you apply now all of the knowledge and skills that you have. And you can finally just start putting it into practice on a daily basis and see the rewards of it, you know? And there's somebody still in your reality. Now, remember, I was watching a manifestation video last night, which I don't normally watch, but Spirit brought it to me for some reason. And I think it's because of my energies heightening, like what I'm saying yours is, Libra. So now the manifestation person was saying how, like, obviously the physical reality is always behind us energetically, because it's kind of like showing us what our vibration was previous, and what we're actually manifesting now based off our energy obviously takes a bit longer to come through, and that's what we're seeing here. So try not to get too bothered by the fact that what you're seeing in front of you is a manifestation of your old energy that was lower. Somebody who's got a shadow side, somebody who's suppressing stuff, somebody who's confused, somebody who still needs to figure out who they are, you know. And but the great thing is, whereas previously that confused you and you were both confused together, that's not the case. I think you've broken free. You've broken free right now, and that it would be quite recently you've done this, you know. I know it's been quite recent for me. Now, somebody's saying, I will see you sooner than you think. Probably, because I do think this person is drawn to you, or there could be a group of people drawn to you because they sense your energy is changing, you know, and it's drawing them on the path because they don't want to be the full self. They don't want to well, they might cling to their false self probably, but there's something more for them. I can see in the cards with the Two of Wands, there's something more for this person that beckons them forth, and you encapsulate that. Okay. Somebody just put something through my door. What is it? I can hear the Wolf of Fate. Oh my God. Love and happiness are on its way. Yeah. So there you go. This is very much predestined that you was going to make this soul connection, reconnect with your soul at this time. This is a massive shift for you to rejoice as you become more into your mastery, and you take every opportunity right now that Spirit gives you for your mastery. Even the challenges, you are able to turn them into positives because you are using them to guide your, you know, your acceleration. And Spirit is very, very happy with you right now. There's someone in Spirit that is so happy with how courageously you've been taking your challenges. And they're saying love and happiness are on the way. It's fate, it's destiny. Someone will rise with you. Someone will rise with you, whether it's a family member, friend, or lover. You know? And so try not to panic at the moment over what you're seeing. Because this person has a 2. 2 of Wands is a confused energy. But it's also an energy of pure potential because the 2s are High Priestess. Okay? So you're not being shown everything at this time, but this person will rise. Or if it's a situation, this situation will rise. It will raise in frequency if you give it more time. And you're now able to do that, Libra, because you're doing that soul connection bit now. You know. Right, so let's go into Leo. Leo for Friday and the weekend. Attraction. Divine soul counterpart. Attraction transcends superficiality. Okay, you've got a lovely deeper connection going on here, Leo. All right, you are going to be there is so much more to this connection than just a superficial attraction. And if it's to do with something else in your life, well, obviously, firstly, it's to do with yourself, because every relationship starts with ourselves. So you're getting a deeper connection to yourself as well. And things in your life are starting to gather meaning, like your life purpose gathering meaning, and other things progressing with more meaning and compassion and understanding. And you've got 2 3s. It's a time of great progress and fertility in your life. You know, a time of creation. The path is chosen, action is taken. 2 3s. Okay, so it is a time of change and excitement and progress, based off the fact that you've been very much putting in genuine effort up to this point, and then all of a sudden it starts to take off. Everything's starting to take off, you know, and you may receive help from somebody, or you may be giving help to somebody because you're in a position to do so. You're in a strong position. Okay. And you're very protected and loved. You've got the King of Cups and the Knight of Cups. You've got Spirit protecting you, and you've got a very good friend. This could be a platonic energy, but it doesn't have to be. It could be somebody who is a intimate partner. There's something amazing happening here with Leo's either love life or to do with your spiritual purpose, like the fulfillment factor in your life just going way up and off the scale. Yay. You could be finding the most fulfilling position, yeah, personally or professionally, whatever. You could also be receiving a message. Somebody saying, I want to make this work. Wow. Again, it could be an intimate situation, or it could be somebody else in your life. There is definitely the feeling of great support here for Leo. And you are the Strength card in the tarot, so you have the courage to do this, and that's why you're in alignment. That's why everything is coming into fruition for you, because you finally just owned it, and you just finally said, yeah, you know, I am gonna follow, you know, what's right for me, and just embrace that, you know, on a deeper level, you know, not just from your head, like this looks good on paper, or this would look good for me, but really from your heart, you know, and taking the courage. So when Leo takes the courage to follow what is within your spiritual heart, that's when you come into your alignment and your flow, and everything starts to happen. And you've got Water Wolf, go with the flow, don't swim against the current. So if you are asking yourself certain questions, Spirit is saying, look, you know, go with the flow. Go with the flow of what feels right and good. So even if you're not 100% sure, if it feels right and it feels good, it's like the truth in your heart. Take the courage, like the lion that you are. Go with the flow, don't swim against the current. They're encouraging you to do that. So you're going to find yourself massively progressing forward with something at this time. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. I got a bit distracted. So I don't know if you noticed in that reason, because the builders started walking around. Like I said, it's like being in a goldfish bowl or something. They all just troop around, and then I'm thinking, oh my God, are they going to start making noises, and then I can't concentrate. Right, we're going to Aries. Aries for Friday and the weekend. Let's see what lovely message we get for you. Power. The power of love is like a magnet drawing two souls together. So you are coming into your power. The relationship card always has to start off with ourself. So you are coming into your firepower, your fiery power, you know, your Emperor energy, because you are the Emperor in the tarot. So you've been unleashing yourself from all the ties, the attachments, and you've, you know, and all the things you were doing that were out of alignment, and you're slowly, one by one, realigning everything back into source, back into your own power. Your power's ramping up, you know, and where your power ramps up, that is from source, from alignment. That is the true love, isn't it? It's bringing love into your life. You are basically the power of love, drawing like a magnet. So, wow, you've got the High Priestess to the Karma card. So this is confirmation that you've been doing a very deep journey, a very deep karmic journey, you know, and it's all been about uncovering the fact that you are your own source of power, you know, and it's been bloody hard work, you know, and it's not, you know, Spirit hasn't given you all the answers, so it was very confusing and difficult. You're still in the process of paying some karma back at this current time, and you still don't have all the answers, but you do now have a sense of the fact that this is karmic. I know that I just have to keep rising, and I know eventually this karma will get paid back, and I will break free of this. You do have that sense. You have a sense of faith now that is stronger than ever, and you are coming closer to Spirit, stronger than ever, you know. So there is a very powerful energy running through Aries in this soul family at this current time. You know, your power is rising because of the fact that you understand a great deal more now, and you're not getting run around in circles by people anymore. So, The energy of people around you may feel cold and it may feel disappointed. It may be a bit dejected or hopeless, right? But this is just based off the old energy, the old timeline you were on, because you've been clearing karma. So you have to be wise at this point and very patient and quiet. That's why you've got the High Priestess. That's why Spirit is now sharing with you. Everything is sharing with you about this is just being a karmic journey. And it's been a difficult part of your journey, very testing, but you've gained a lot of mastery through it. So if you do observe people who are a bit cold, who are a bit dejected or disappointed, you know, or a bit stuck in their energy, I think you have the wisdom to stand back from that at this point and not take it personally. And to just know that that's their karmic journey, you've got your karmic journey, and you're doing very nicely now. You're not allowing other people's karmic journeys to drag your vibration down anymore. You're probably nearly at the point of paying this karma back, because you really are getting closer to source. You know, once you are close to source, you know, it's because you're not so over-identified with physical reality and the karmic challenges, and you're able to stay rooted in spirit. That's when we can basically, the gurus say, we can cancel our karma effectively. And that's kind of where you're almost at, which is incredible. You could be very attractive to somebody at this time. And that doesn't have to be sexually. You could be attractive to many people at this time. Yeah? And people won't really know why. Oh, look at this. I want to commit to you. Do you see what I mean? And that could be all types of commitment. People wanting to work with you. People wanting to connect with you. Yeah? People bonding closer to you than before. But yeah, I mean, so whatever this energy is, it could be a cold energy that can get depressed at times and stuck. So then I think you can be patient with it, because you understand it now. You know it's just accumulated karma playing out in your reality like a mirror, and you won't play into it. You're more interested in connecting to spirit, your I am presence. That power is getting stronger all the time. There also could be somebody in your environment who is taking their power back after a very difficult time. They're still a little bit wounded, but things are picking up for them, and they can do it. They can do it. Let's see what your spirit guides are supporting you with. Wolf reflection. Be kind, be grateful, and start with yourself. Yeah. So I think that just says everything in a nutshell, really, doesn't it, Aries? You know? It is really all about you, your power, you know, your gifts and communications with spirit. They're showing you the way, and you know now what it means. So, you know, I don't think many people can mess with the Aries people in this soul family right now. You know, it'd be surprising to them. You won't be getting caught up in the same karmic cycles anymore. So what's going to happen? Something's got to change, hasn't it? And I think the change is going to be very good. So let's go into Sagittarius then. Sagittarius for Friday and the weekend. Recognition. The divine will help you recognise the signs and the miracles. Yay! Signs and miracles. And recognition. Awareness. Well, that's nice. Getting recognised for everything you've been doing, and also you recognising how spirit is working through your life in the most mysterious ways. So much celebration the next few days, Friday and the weekend. There is so much to celebrate. There's a happy home, there's commitment, there's celebration, there's a more solid foundation within yourself, reaching a place of pure joy that just comes from within, which is the true joy. That's where we all want to get to in this soul family. That's what Awakening Tarot, this channel, is all about, is us actually getting to the point of realising the joy for ourselves from source, from spirit, really. Not just when we're in meditation groups, you know, but actually like experiencing that in the here and now, you know, emanating that out, because we are the light. So there's so much to celebrate the next few days. There's so much happiness and this solid foundation within yourself, you know, and you're recognizing so much sort of nourishment and power that spirit is bringing you. The people around you are closing down old chapters, and they are trying to get a much better balance. They've got the world to the Two of Pentacles. Sometimes they can be indecisive, sometimes they can be a bit all over the place, because they've obviously been in some sort of karmic cycle for a long time. I mean, to get the world, this is a long journey this person's been on, and it's like quite a big thing for them to achieve a better balance. It's gonna take more work and commitment, but they are at the point of pure potential now. They won't have all the answers, and you don't have all the answers, but spirit, they are aligning to spirit. They are aligning to a better path, and more will get revealed about this in time, you know. Spirit is rewarding you this weekend for your ability to realise your own joy and become more solid in yourself, rather than reaching out to external forces all the time. You know, you've been regrouping and you do feel happier for it. So your person is, or the situation here is sort of still at the beginning, but it's a very positive alignment I'm seeing. Okay, somebody is sorry for what they did. I'm sorry for blocking you. I was triggered. Okay, yeah. So there was definitely old patterns that somebody was stuck in. And they sort of realise that now. And they realise they need to have a much better balance going forward. But they just still don't have completely all the answers of how they go about it, right? But they're in the right alignment now that they will get the guidance. They will get the guidance. They will keep receiving the guidance, and they are at the point of pure potential. So, you know, I see good things for this person or this situation. Okay. It's kind of what you've had to do already. You've sort of had to do this work already, and you've already got a little bit further along the road than that person. And Spirit says, face your fears. Face your fears, embrace new experiences. Okay, you will be celebrating. You will be glad that you didn't, like, resist. You'll be glad that you surrendered, you know, because Spirit wouldn't be bringing you certain situations unless it was in your divine plan to experience them. So Spirit is saying they're supporting you as you move through your fears and embrace new experiences. And that's why you keep moving along the road, you know, because there's someone up there helping you do it. Okay, and there's some sort of divine signs and miracles the next few days to confirm that, yes, you are doing well and you are moving along in the right direction. Okay, with somebody else who is also learning a lot at this time. More for them to learn. Okay, so we'll go into Scorpio next. Okay. I think I've got builders around again. I don't know if you just saw one or whether that was a spirit person I just saw. I saw something move. Okay. Scorpio. Divine soul counterpart attraction transcends superficiality. So the relationship cards always start off with ourselves first. You are far less superficial. You had a superficial connection to yourself in the past. not through your own fault, but just because, like, we all come here with karma, and especially in this soul family on this channel, you know, we've come in with a certain level of karma, which is basically obstructing us. It's ego obstructing us from being, you know, the true light that we actually are. But you've been piercing through the layers, you Scorpio, you've been piercing through the layers and really embracing your transformation. So now your understanding and connection to yourself is a hell of a lot better. You might still not feel like it's exactly where you want it to be. I've got Scorpio in my chart and I know I've still got a way to go. But just think back to say, like, you know, 4 or 5 years ago, look how much more connection you have got now to your true self than you did before. Before, you might have been playing a character, a role in someone else's play. And now, you know, you're actually, well, you're not just playing an actor or a role in your own play, you're actually now going even deeper than that. And it's like, this is the true self now, you know. You could basically end up attracting somebody that is equally real with themselves, you know, that type of person. How cool if you do that, you know, it's what it looks like. Wow, I mean, you've got 2 major arcana cards here. This is a very pivotal time for you. It's a big time for you. You've got the Temperance to the Justice. There is so much healing going on for you at the moment. Like I said, you are piercing through the layers to have these 2 cards. Ending karmic patterns, healing yourself, becoming much more in touch with your true self, not creating a false self anymore, a false persona, or, like I said, playing roles for other people, for other people's benefit. You know, it would have had a benefit for you too. We have to admit that, don't we? I done it in the past myself, and even sometimes still now it can happen. Until we eradicate all ego, we will sometimes slip into the full self, but it's less and less happening to Scorpio now in this soul family. You know, and it's like, wow, the healing energy coming through Scorpio the next few days is going to be massive off the back of this eclipse. It's really super powerful. If there's any sort of contracts or decisions being made, they should go in your favour. And also, just you're moving into a more favourable period of time, a more spiritually aligned period of time. People around you are much more careful and rational, responsible. There's a much better energy that's surrounding you in the next few days, you know, and it's like people who are just genuine, you know. It's quite a serious energy that this person's got, or this group of people have got. It's quite serious. Same for you. You both mean business, but in a very good way. Oh, look at this. I'm waiting for us both to be ready. See, there is a sense of rationality here. There's a sense of doing things right, doing things the right way. And it doesn't have to be to do with love, but it could be any area in your life where something is happening in a sense that it has to be done right, Spirit is saying. And it will be done right, and it will go in your favour. Lunar Wolf. If you are lonely, look at the moon as someone somewhere is looking back. So your spirit guides are so close to you at this time. They're letting you know you're not alone. You know, you're not alone. Spirit has got your back. This is a very pivotal time. 2 major arcana cards. The transformation is massive right now. Moving to a higher timeline, much higher timeline, and people around you reflecting that back to you as well. So something to do with an organisation or something in your life here that, you know, could go very well, but it's just got to be done in the right way, in the right manner, okay? So yeah, things moving forward now in a deeper way for Scorpio. So it's very good. Okay, so we'll go into Pisces. Pisces for Friday and the weekend. Let's see what we get. Okay, so Let's get into your Pisces energy, your Pisces flow. Confusion. All seekers of truth experience confusion. Ask the divine to provide the answers you need. There may be somebody that is connected to you who's very confused at this time, or has been confused, or this may have been you. You know, it's so important for Pisces to stay still. And I know that can be challenging when you're emotional, but whenever you do that, you move into your aligned energy as a Pisces. You have got the Hermit card, so that is very good, because that is observing rather than doing. That is observing a situation until you can actually make sense of it, you know, and not doing too much one way or the other, you know. Just doing what you can, one piece at a time, as Spirit allows it to unfold. Now, there is some purging going on with the Three of Swords. That is the purging card. That will give you more clarity. It's good to purge. And I know purging is sometimes feel very uncomfortable and painful. I was doing it myself on Sunday. I was so hormonal when I was purging, so bad. But it's so worth it, because the clarity you get afterwards is monumental. And we have just had this eclipse, which I think was extremely intense. So you're going to get a hell of a lot of clarity, all right, over something. And information could come out to you very soon in a way that you don't expect, because there is a lot of mystery here. There is going to be truth revealed, you know, and there is something here that's being kept in the shadow or suppressed by somebody. Okay, so there's somebody connected to you that's got the Tower card, which is all about revealing truth in a shocking kind of way, and the Shadows card, which is really about suppression and denial, you know. And I also saw the Lovers card, which is the mystery of life, and not knowing the answer. So somebody here is equipped, though. The Seven of Wands is about being equipped to deal with challenges better than this person had been before. So this could be a situation, or it could be a person in your life where, you know, freaking hell, I mean, talk about confusing, like what the hell is going on with this situation? But there looks to be a slight improvement there, and it's this whole confusion around this situation is basically causing you to purge, or has caused you a lot of purging, and that has been a spiritual mechanism by Spirit. You know, Spirit knows exactly how to tailor make. This is what Michael James teaches, and he translates all Ramana Maharishi's works. Spirit knows how to exactly tailor make all your experiences to enable your spiritual growth in this lifetime. And so there's obviously a situation here that's been very confusing. Maybe there was a lot of stuff hidden and suppressed and denied. And now, for some reason, there's more skill and ability to manage it and bring things out into the light, you know. And so you are going to be receiving information and understanding around something or someone, you know, and it does create a purge in you as well. So it's actually doing a number of things for you, and it is enabling your spiritual growth, because with the purging, like I said, after the purging, you always get so much more clarity, and you usually raise your level of consciousness after that. So you're going to find out stuff that's going to be very useful. You're going to be able to see things that are very useful, and you will start to get some of the answers. Maybe not all the answers, but you'll get some. Somebody's saying, I want to make this work. You know, so there is this feeling that something within this situation that is painful, and yet somehow it is going to keep moving forward and progressing. Like I said, there is some skills here now, I can see, whereby things can be addressed, or things can be done, or things can be progressed. There is enough skill for that. And your spirit guides are trying to give you a lot more intuition at this time as well. Trust your gut instincts. It is a powerful guide. So your intuition, Spirit is working through you to help you begin to piece things together and see more clearly, have a heightened state of consciousness around something. And I think it could be very healing, actually, for you, this experience. So I'm sending you lots of love, really, there, Pisces, because, you know, that is quite a lot. I mean, I have actually got a Pisces in my chart, and I can actually relate to that. Okay, so we'll see. It does look good if we hang in there and just take time to look after yourself at the moment, you know, and rest as much as you can, you know, and also just know that all of this is gonna be worth it, you know. So we're going to Cancer now. I nearly said we're going to the Empress now because I got Empress written down next to Cancer. Oh dear. Well, if we just went into the Empress energy, that is beautiful. And that's what we are. Because it's really high up the tree of life. And it's a beautiful divine energy in the Empress. So when Cancer's in alignment, you know, it's just a really loving vibration. Okay. Feelings. Take time out to explore the deep emotions you are experiencing. So we did just have this eclipse, which I found very super powerful, and I purged a lot on Sunday. So this is obviously the weekend reading for the week ahead. So if you think you're coming up to Friday now and a new weekend, the one we've just had was an eclipse. And like I say, I was purging all day on the Sunday. So it was drawing a lot out of us, that eclipse. A lot of karmic stuff was being cleared. And so it's not so much about exploring emotions, because that can kind of get you stuck in like the old inner child story, or like stuff your superego wants you to do, or regrets that your superego has, or guilt or blame. A lot of that stuff could have been surfacing, I feel. But you know, now we're over that. It's actually very enlightening, because if you did have a big purge around that eclipse last weekend, or even this week, because sometimes the energy can sort of be delayed and hit us at different points, the spirit is trying to help give clarity to the feelings that are inside you that sometimes come up, and they're just very old feelings, and they're not really worth overthinking. They're just coming up to be finally released. And the more of the inner child ego we release, the more we can become the Empress, the mother of the tarot, right? Because the Empress is not child. So and look, the picture is like it really does look like an adult holding a child's hand. So you're holding your own inner child ego. You're holding its hand through this process of purging, and it's like, oh, it's hard, but I'm here for you, and I'm going to release you with love, because I am not a child anymore, you know. And we want to achieve this Empress energy, because this is what we are, and then we're much more divine, you know. We're doing what we came here to do. We can do all the things that we came here to do, that the inner child story, the inner child ego has been trying to obstruct us from, because it's been in pain and we didn't understand what it was. And I know this is very deep, but I know you can handle it. If you're in this soul family, I know there's no point in me doing fake readings or light readings, is there really? So we've got the Fool to the Five of Wands. You know, you are at a point where you can use your own free will at this time, which is great. You know, you're a lot more freed up at this time, you know, and you do feel excited about a lot of things. You know, it's quite refreshing place to be, because, you know, oh, hang on a sec, sorry. I'm literally nearly at the end of these readings. I'm just working at the moment.
Yeah, no worries.
She said she'll come in a bit later.
Yeah, that's cool. No worries.
Just let me know when you've done.
Cool, cheers.
Thanks. Oh dear. I'm so sorry, Cancer. That was so bad timing. He was supposed to turn up at 1 o'clock and he's turned up 40 minutes early. Oh, I was trying to get this done before he turned up. It's my next door neighbour. I'd select the electrician in for her because she's at work. Right, so that's the Matrix for you, isn't it? This is what the Matrix does to us. So, yeah, it is deep. There's some deep healing going on, all right? There's deep stuff being released from your inner child, okay? So that can be things like abandonment, rejection, feeling like you weren't loved as a child, feeling any of those types of things, let down, frightened. Now, all of that has been getting released on this eclipse last week and maybe this week on the post-eclipse energy. And it's freeing you up into the full energy, which means you feel more refreshed because you're more at one with your true self rather than the inner child ego always overshadowing you with those feelings, because they're very powerful when they come through, you know, and that's not very nice to experience, but it helps us to actually recognize when those things come up, we can recognize them. That's part of the awakening process, that we can observe those feelings come up and recognize that it's the inner child ego doing it. Even though I know it feels very real, it's actually observing it happen, and then it starts to give you more clarity, and that's what really starts the awakening process to move to the next level. And that's really where this soul family is at now. We are at that level, okay? It's further forward on the awakening journey to be able to do this type of work. So you observe it, you know it's not you, you know it's just the inner child ego purging out, and you start to have that clarity. So you've been guiding yourself through this journey. So on one level, it's very refreshing because you're more empowered, and you can basically see more clearly, I am the light, you know, this is me, I am the light, you know, and I am conscious, you know, I am the I am presence. And then when the inner child starts up and you start to feel those types of inner child feelings, it's knowing and recognizing that's not me. Now, sometimes that's quite hard in the moment when you're in the middle of purging, but I'm kind of at the point now where I can observe it and I sort of know in the middle of it even that it's not really me. And it's quite a weird sort of like sensation, if you like, excuse me. And now, and I'm not really smiling at the time and it's happening either. But what we're doing is, it's like, that's why they call it like arrested development, you know, because so many people get stuck in that inner child ego and never are able to disidentify from it and disentangle themselves from it, you know. And I think for Cancer, that's probably one of our biggest challenges, because underneath our hard shell, we're like soft little creatures and mushy. And we're the mother of the tarot. If you turn the mother of the tarot upside down, you've got a very immature, needy woman or person, right? Because it doesn't have to be gender specific. But, you know, you get the feeling. It's like the inner child part of the ego is actually like a very feminine part of the ego. All right? And we've all got the feminine and masculine energy. But ultimately, we're not feminine or masculine. We're consciousness. So what I'm saying is, like I say, this is a deep reading, but I know you can take it if you're part of my soul family. I'd rather keep people with me that can do this, because this is what some of us have really got to do now, and this is the point we're at, yeah? So on the one hand, it's the Fool, and it's feeling like, wow, this is awesome, because I'm now standing more in my power than ever. I can separate myself off from that inner child ego. And you can observe it when it's trying to pull you back, and then you can observe it on good days where it feels a bit further away and you're more in your power, more in your Empress. Okay, now there is some conflict that's going to arise, so you're going to find sometimes it's challenging, like I say, to stay aligned in this. You're at a very new phase of your awakening and your healing. This is very new, so you're going to have some really good days, and you're going to also have some challenging days still, because it's still early days in your mastery of this, yeah? So people around you need to give certain things up. They're trying to make more responsible decisions. They're trying to be more balanced. They're trying to be more honest, more responsible, more hardworking. I feel like there is somebody here that is very focused on their purpose at this time, and that is what Spirit is sort of guiding them to do, to be really putting everything into their purpose, but also into becoming a more balanced individual. And there is something that this person needs to give up, because if they don't, it's not very healthy and good for them. Okay, let's see what this person is saying or thinking. I am listening to my guides. Yeah, there's definitely some spiritual guidance running through this person right now. They would have been at a point where they were just getting very, very tired. Very, very tired. And they sort of realised, you know what, I've got to wise up. I've got to start being a bit more responsible. I've got to get more balance. And this is the way they're headed. Some of your people might still be in the resistant phase and feeling very tired right now, but they are about to start getting more balanced and a bit more honest and responsible, and just focus on their purpose more. Some of you might have already seen them going through this. This is sort of the stage they're at. So sometimes it's a bit like you. It's like you're both at a transitional point. You know, sometimes we are going to be feeling quite empowered in our true self, and then other days we're going to be feeling that pull of the ego and our karma pulling us down a bit, and it's challenging to stay centered. And it's the same for your person. Sometimes they're going to be feeling very resistant and stuck in their old ways and tired. They're tired of that because they know they're putting on a front. They know they're still holding on to an old habit that they should just give up, really. And then other days they're feeling a lot more aligned and on their purpose, and they're doing what Spirit is wanting them to do. But there's a strong sense of Spirit helping somebody close to you. So this, you know, this person is definitely being helped by Spirit at this time. Let's see what your Spirit guides are saying. I'm so sorry that guy knocked on the door. I was like, oh, I tried to get these done early so that, oh, never mind. It's just the way it goes, isn't it? Wolf of Fate, love and happiness are on its way. Oh, how lovely. So look, Spirit is saying that it's all predestined for you at a certain time to receive the love you deserve and the happiness you deserve. Okay, and it's on the way. But what you're doing at the moment is your own mastery with your development, and so is your person. So you're both going through this whole awakening journey, and you will come together. Some of you may already be together, but you're going through these glitchy bits, you know, because you're still both transitioning from old karmic patterns, you know, and the old inner child ego. Like I said, I want to do a video on it, but I've pretty much explained it all in a nutshell to this Cancer group. But, you know, I want to do a separate video on it, really, because it's such a big thing. It's such a big part of the awakening process. So I'm sending you lots of love and peace, Cancer. I really am. Enjoy the good days that are coming up, and on the difficult days, just know that love and happiness are on the way. It's not actually too far away. So you're being courageous to do the stuff you're doing right now. You know, you're really being courageous. If you want to book in for a reading, you know where I am. Just look at the box below. It's got all my details, and I'm sending you lots of love, lots of peace wherever you are on Gaia, and thanks for giving the video a thumbs up because it helps it get out across YouTube.